Welcome back to the Truth Serum Thursday night start sit edition. I'm Jordan. I got my main man Travis here, and we got another special guest. What's up, baby?
What up, guys? How's it going?
Whoa! Football is fucking go! Let's go!
Yeah, I like it. I like it. I hopefully your computer is still okay and no broken glass or anything over there. But yeah, man, I'm pretty fucking
Kyle,
excited too. I
Kyle,
don't know if I'm
holes
as
in the wall.
excited as you though. So yeah,
Woo!
we are here tonight to answer your start sit questions. Looks like Audra out on Bonds is the first one with the comment with the ooh wee, and then we got Jacob Palista, my favorite entrepreneur. Travis Sumter's brother. So anyway, guys, same as start sit, except for my co-hosts are a little bit more handsome. And yeah, let's hit us with those start sit questions. Before we dive into that, I think Sumter, you were wanting to talk about TSF 144, correct?
Yes, I do. I just want to talk. Like, we got through everything. Draft season was kind of hellacious, but we got through it all. But every week here, we're gonna do a shout out of the top 10 finishes throughout the week, and give a special shout out to that number one player. And we're gonna try to do our best to kind of get some guests from the TSF 144 on the show every week that we can do it.
Hell yeah, we had a lot of fun, a lot of success with that. I'm pretty sure we would have saw a lot of Francisco Gimme Zamora on that list last year. But yeah, each week we'll bring you the top 10 of the TSF 144. So I know we got some questions emailed into us. We'll get to those in just a second. I'm gonna bring the first one up on the screen. Colt, why don't you kick us off on this one? We've got Bryce Lunning. What's up, Bryce? Javante Williams or Cam Akers?
This one's pretty easy for me. It's Javante all day. As much as I love Cam, you just can't trust him at the moment with that injury that's been lingering. I'd much rather start Javante.
Yeah, for me, Achilles injuries are pretty much a deal killer. I hope Cam Akers responds this year, but I definitely want to see him for a couple of games. Side note, though, I do got my boy Cam Akers running for me in the Survivor League this week, so here's to all the health. But it's Javante for me. What about you, Travis?
I'm on the same boat. I do believe that Cam Akers can be productive at some points during the season. Like, I really do worry about the explosiveness with that Achilles. But, like, I've been saying, like, all offseason, like, you see Todd Gurley, when his explosiveness was gone his last year in LA, he still managed to get double-digit touchdowns. So I feel like maybe it won't be all that spectacular, but I feel like his body of work overall will be kind of okay for the season. Not anything special.
Gotcha. All right, so moving on, we got AJ Austin. What's up, baby? Thanks for commenting. We got Tom Brady or Matt Stafford, and this sounds like a pretty good problem to have. Okay,
You want to
well,
take this
I
one,
will
Phil?
jump in here first. I will jump in here first. I'm just going to tell you this is the homer pick right now. Tom Brady gets that Dallas Cowboys secondary in week 1. I am smashing in any league I'm playing with Mr. Tom Brady. We may be able to get after him just a little bit. That offensive line's banged up. But man, I expect Brady to just be dropping dimes all day on that Dallas secondary. I'm starting Brady.
I'd probably end up going Brady too. I mean, it's Tom. It's week 1. Just roll Brady.
This has nothing to do with Tom. It's all about the Dallas Cowboys. What's up, Travis?
Oh no, it has everything to do with Tom.
Let me go against the grain. Let me be the fucking hater here. Matthew Stafford against that Bills secondary tonight. The Super Bowl champs are gonna look to make a statement tonight that they ain't laying down for nobody. Even possibly the Super Bowl favorites in the Buffalo Bills. Matthew Stafford, the elbow is no worry. I like the one way to beat this Buffalo defense is through the air because they are still kind of banged up in the secondary and they're shorthanded back there. So I look for I look for the receivers to have a big night for the LA Rams.
Okay, okay, I like it. I like it. Matty stats. Let's do it. I'm rocking the throwback Falk. So I think the Rams win the game, but I think Brady has the better week one. Moving on to the next question, we got a novel coming up here from my main man Richard McCaleb. But before we get there, my boy Dynamite Drew DeVinny, Raven. If you follow him on his Twitch, are we starting Gabe Davis tonight? I'll jump in here. I'll take this one. If you drafted Gabe Davis, you're starting Gabe Davis. No turning back now. He's locked in. I think he probably gets in the end zone tonight. I started with confidence. Now, for the rest of my True Serum family, I think I'm about even on Gabe Davis for where everybody else is. But these two boys, they don't love him some Gabe Davis. So talk to me about it, fellas.
It's not that we don't love Gabe Davis. It's Gabe Davis's ADP. He started going way too early for me, but because it was what, the 8th round, and now all of a sudden it's jumped up late 5th, early 6th. I don't trust that for someone that's gotten his career highs was 550 yards and 6 touchdowns, and you just magically all of a sudden, I've seen him predicted somewhere near like 15 touchdowns and.
I mean, all the guy does is catch touchdowns. It's all he does. And there's no more old ass Emmanuel Sanders. There's no more little half man Cole Beasley. Those touchdowns, they got to go to somewhere. I mean, I know Diggs is going to gobble them up, but
we're
Davis
chasing.
Locked in is the 2.
We're chasing one playoff game where you had the 4 touchdowns.
We're chasing the fact that he is the number 2 wide receiver for the Buffalo Bills. And he's better than Cole Beasley and Emmanuel Sanders put together to me. That's why I'm in on Gabe Davis. I do get it, though. I don't have a lot of Gabe Davis because his draft capital was just a little too expensive for me.
One thing I will say is Stephon Diggs will face the assignment of Jalen Ramsey tonight. So, like, my big thing is that Gabe Davis will probably be the beneficiary of that assignment. So like I do look for him to possibly get in the end zone tonight. Like he should see a lot of action. And the like coming out of Buffalo, it's said that he's going to get 90% of the snaps this year.
Yeah, we'll see. But I'm with you. I think he falls in the end zone at least one time. Do we get a clean sweep, Colt? You think he sees pay dirt tonight?
Oh yeah, I'll give him a touchdown tonight.
Okay. Well, we all give him a touchdown, Dynamite Drew, so start him up. Next one, got my new main man, Bryce Lunning. I don't know if I'm saying your name right, but holler at me in my DMs. Come hop at EA. Let's talk about it. He wants to know, do we go Lazard, Kirk, or Jalen Waddle? So I'm not starting Lazard at this point until I hear something about him playing in week 1. As of right now, and I may have missed something, but I think he's questionable at least, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Jalen Waddle just came back to practice. He's been dealing with that quad injury. That could be something that could flare up mid-game. I've been kind of watching the fantasy doctors on that and kind of getting advice from over there. So, like, that's something that kind of worries me just a tad bit on Waddle. Honestly, out of these 3 players, I'd rather see what Christian Kirk could do against Washington this week.
I'd probably go Kirk, too, just because he's going to have that safe floor. You don't have the injuries to worry about. But that's just my personal preference.
This is week 1, baby. We all got the same record. Throw them balls out on the table. You start Jalen Waddle. I want no part of Christian Kirk. Alan Lazard, I can't trust him. You spent the draft capital on Jalen Waddle. I know he might be a little bit banged up coming into the season. I'm still riding with Waddle in week 1. I'm more excited to see what my boy ETN's going to do for the Jaguars than I am Christian Kirk. So give me Jalen Waddle on that one. Up next, I told you guys we had a novella coming from Mr. Richard Mikhailov. We can't even fit the whole damn quote on the screen. Come on, Richard, what you doing, bro? Anyway, he says, "What is up, guys? So glad to finally have y'all back. We glad to be back, baby." But he has a few questions today. Number one, and then Richard, I probably need you to post these other ones because I can't really read it. But this is a PPR league. Start one running back, two flex. Edmonds, Dillon, Lazard, Gordon, Parker, Osborne, Randall Cobb. So let's set his whole damn lineup. What's up?
So right off the bat, like just looking at it, I'm going Edmonds, Dillon. That's locked. Honestly, I'd probably just go the 3 running backs and go Melvin Gordon as well.
I'm gonna lock in Edmonds and Dillon, but then I'd probably actually go Devontae Parker.
Okay, Devontae Parker. I think I'm with Travis on this one. I don't trust Lazard again. Man, I quit Devontae Parker a long time ago. Colt's probably right because I'm just so down on the guy. But man, I can see Melvin Gordon getting active in this offense in these first couple weeks. Me and Travis, we kind of went round and round about this yesterday. I know this is Javonte Williams' backfield, but I mean, Danger Russ is ready to cook, and I think Melvin will still get some rub. So I don't know at one point. Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna add in too, like especially if the Broncos get out to a huge lead right away, you can see where the run game becomes more involved, and Melvin Gordon gets a lot more work that way.
Yep. Fair enough. So his follow-up question, I can't put it on the screen because it's too long. But in a PPR league, start 3 flex. We got Lazard, we got Tony, we got MVS, Tyler Boyd, KJ Osborne, and Randall Cobb. So I was gonna say I am not starting Randall Cobb. I'm not starting KJ Osborne. Pretty much in any lineup. Well, I don't know, man. I know it's Tony and Valdez Scantling for me for sure. God damn.
Yeah, you see what I just posted in that group, right? So like for me, it's Valdez Scantling because like this secondary, the Arizona Cardinals going to get absolutely torched this week. Scantling, if the ball hits his hands and he don't drop it, or he doesn't like tighten up his hamstring, which hasn't been a problem yet, at least lately. Dude should I don't see any reason why the dude can't go out and get 20 points this week.
Okay, so I think are we both locked in on Tony and MVS, right? So that leaves Lazard, Boyd, Osborne, and Cobb.
I'd play Boyd. Off that list, I trust Boyd more than Osborne and Cobb. Yeah, although hopefully Lazard does play and he doesn't even have to worry about that third.
I'm probably in boat with Colt here, so.
I'm praying I'm praying that Lazard starts. If not, I'm probably looking at the waiver wire to see if there's anything else out there. But Richard, you'll already be in my DM, so I ain't even worried about it. So up next, we got my main man, Caps Lock, Rich Abbott. What's up, fellas? Happy football day. We love you, Caps Lock. Hope you're doing good, my man. Chris Howard is next. Thanks for following, Chris. We got PPR, Master Bateman, Gabe Davis, or Montgomery. Colt, why don't you give me this one first?
As much as I love Bateman, and I don't hate Gabe, even though you sat there and said I'd bash Gabe, I'd probably go Gabe.
You're a Gabe basher. Colt the Gabe Basher Martin. So you're going Gabe Davis?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Gabe.
Okay. Travis?
Yeah. I'm probably in on Gabe Davis as I think he's gonna probably get the touchdown tonight, and that's gonna probably really put him over the top of those other two guys.
So I really hate this one because I'm really torn between those two fellas as well. But you know what, man? Give me Gabe Davis as well, just because I think the NFL is about to be exposed to the sauce, and I don't know how good Bateman does in this first week against the Jets. So Richard Mikhailov, I think that's the same question if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we already did that one. You're welcome. We love you. Up next, Chris Horn, Chris Around the Horn, and he is asking Jerry Big Booty Judy or Chris Godwin.
No doubt in my mind, it's your Judy on this one. Chris Godwin is still kind of up in the air whether he's going to play. So he did practice in full yesterday, but the report out of Tampa was that his practice, he practiced with an orange jersey the whole time, so he was doing non-contact drills and stuff. So I'm not for sure if he actually plays week 1. So I'm probably Jerry Judy, and even if he does play, I feel like they're gonna just put him in the offense slowly through the beginning of the season. So
maybe he just didn't get the memo and he was wearing the alt orange jersey instead of the red, possibly. But I'm with you, man. I'm going Big Booty Judy here. Russ is going to cook. I'm starting every Bronco I have, and I have a fuck ton of them. So
let's ride.
Colt?
I'm going to go Judy as well. I have Chris Godwin in a lot of leagues, but I want to sit him the first few weeks. I just want to see how everything progresses versus just trying to throw him out week 1, and then he just burns you.
Okay. Going to move up to one of our regulars from last year. Russell, catch up on them. Fry. We got in the flex, A.J. Dillon, Bobby Trees, or Marvin Jones. To me, I am smashing A.J. Dillon on this one.
It's the same for me.
Yeah, that's a 3 all the way around.
Okay. Easy enough. So it looks like we're in to the end of these Facebook comments. Guys, keep them coming if you have any other start sits. We did have some emails, Travis. I'm going to go ahead and just pop these out here. The man of the night apparently is Gabe Davis, because the first one from the get-go is another Gabe Davis question. What do you see Gabriel Davis's ceiling as for PPR? That's from Colin Dubs on Instagram.
So I feel like his absolute ceiling is the dude could finish as a wide receiver 1, right? Like I feel like that is in the range of outcomes for him, but at the same time he's also can finish as a wide receiver 40. So I feel like his ceiling to floor is kind of all over the place, right? That's just kind of how I feel about it.
Gabe Hater?
I'll say I'm pretty much in the same boat, but I don't want to say wide receiver 1. Yeah, it's in the outcomes, but I just don't see that significant of a jump, especially when you have Diggs on the other side. I could see high-end wide receiver 2, personally.
So for me, I'm 100% with Travis. The range of outcomes, man, Stephon Diggs goes down in week 2. He's all of a sudden wide receiver 1 in the week, potentially, right? And I mean, we could split hairs on Jefferson and Cup, but I'm just saying, if the opportunity presents itself, he easily could be a wide receiver 1. Realistically, I expect him to be in that 15 to 20 range at the end of the season. Not much higher, not much lower, but somewhere in that range. Okay, up next, we got Dave from Connecticut. He wants to know A.J. Dillon or Juju Smith-Schuster half-point PPR.
So I'm going to start it off again. We've been A.J. Dillon all night. This is an A.J. Dillon friendly podcast, so we're going to go with A.J. Dillon for me. Fuck the Packers, though.
I second that. Yeah, we allowed you on this show, Packer fan, but you got to take some grief for it because you know how we feel.
I get it. It's every day. Yeah.
Well, I'm a Cowboy fan, so I can kind of relate. The only difference is your team is good. So,
I mean, to answer the question though, I'd probably go A.J. Dillon too.
I feel like my track is just on repeat. I am gonna smash A.J. Dillon. Now, I don't think there's a league I have that I have A.J. Dillon in, that he's not a smash start for me. I love that dude's potential. You want to talk about range of outcomes? I fully expect him to be an RB1 this season. Might be a little bit against the grain, but it's going to be the AJ Dillon show in Green Bay. I'm going to do one more of these email questions, and I'm going to get back to the Facebookers. We got Mike from Massachusetts, Boston Mike. Who's the wide receiver 3 with Van Jefferson out?
I guess it's probably Tutu Atwell. I don't know.
From what I've heard, I think it's more Ben Skowronek, I think is how you pronounce his last name. Skowronek or Skowronek, something like that.
I can say all these different last names. I can say Albert Akui Boonham now. I still don't know how to say Skowroneks, but for me, it's probably Tutu Atwell. But I'm just being honest. There ain't no way you're playing in a league where you got to start one of these guys. Give me some other options. There's got to be something out there that's better than. Are you playing in like a Rams only league or something? That's rough. Anyway, we're gonna go back to Facebook for a couple. We got my main man Russell Fry, Joe Burrow, or Tua Tagovailoa.
Smash Burrow for me.
Yeah, I'm the same way. It's still the Burrow show.
So, I've spent a good amount of time this offseason with my boy Travis Sumter, man. We've had a lot of good times together, and nobody has told me about Joe Burrow's downfall season more than my main man Sumter. But at the end of the day, I just think Tua has a much tougher matchup in week 1. I'm smashing Burrow. And you drafted Burrow to be your starter. So one more from Facebook, and then we'll hop back over. We got Audra out on Bonds. Audra, we love and miss you, girl. Audra might be the most popular person in True Serum history. I'm just saying. But she wants to know Hollywood Brown or Big Mike Williams, who's flexing it out.
It's Mike Williams for me. It's pretty easily. I could see Williams having one of the best performances of the week, actually.
Okay.
I think I'm kind of with you on this one. There's definitely an excellent matchup there in that secondary, and I don't know, the Raiders team, their offense got better, their offensive line sucks, their secondary sucks. Yeah, fuck the Raiders. Going out to Mike Penneker, so fuck you too, Mike Penneker.
Yeah! Tell him the truth, Travis.
Mike Williams is going to toast that ass.
So, as Mike Williams is toasting that ass, I expect Marquise, Hollywood Brown, and Kyler Murray to toast some ass too. So, most people will know I'm not a huge Hollywood Brown guy. They got the matchup against KC. Rondell Moore doesn't look like he's going to play. All they got is AJ, old-ass Green. Jalen Ramsey told us 7 years ago he weak and he's slow, so he ain't going to do nothing. Audra, I think I find a way to start both of these guys this week. I really like Hollywood, but I'm forced to make the decision. I'm going BMW all day for the clean sweep there. So going back to these email questions, we left off with Boston Mike. Up next, we got Hector J from New Jersey. Say what's up to my boy Freddie Goodell for me. Also Doug Pitchford out there. But anyway, Stafford or Aaron Rodgers, 6-point passing touchdowns.
So I think, like I kind of mentioned it earlier with the Stafford and the Bills secondary, how Stafford could probably just pick that secondary apart tonight. That's why I'm kind of more on the Stafford side with this. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, I think this year with Aaron Rodgers, he's going to be good. But I think for fantasy-wise, you're just going to kind of have to pick and choose your matchups that you want to play him in. I don't think he's going to be as rock steady as he's been in the last 2 seasons.
I think the same thing. I think he's going to be efficient, but I don't think he's gonna. I think he'll have one of those like 28, 29 touchdown years with like 5 or 6 picks, and it's gonna be AJ Dillon and Aaron Jones just pounding it up the middle.
So I don't know where Savannah Martin is in relation to you right now, Colt Martin, but I need her to be able to catch you here because I'm about to say some pretty crazy shit. So there's nobody, I think, on God's green earth that hates Aaron Rodgers like your boy right here. I have heard nothing but Packer slander all offseason, and I'm here for it, and I love it. But you guys are nuts. This is Aaron Rodgers we're talking about. I don't care who those wide receivers are. That dude's still going to eat. He's still going to be a great quarterback. And the Packers are still dominating the NFC North. They're going to make it to at least the second round of the playoffs. I don't think the Aaron Rodgers whatever the opposite of hype is justified hate. I don't think the hate on Aaron Rodgers is justified. With that, I'm smashing Stafford in this first round matchup. Like they're gonna have to throw the ball against the Bills.
I don't want to
taking Stafford, but
I don't want to get it twisted. Aaron Rodgers is a way better real life quarterback, like even than Stafford, right? Like I'm not trying to slam Rodgers here, but what I'm just saying is that for fantasy purposes, though, I'm kind of just picking and choosing my matchups with Rodgers this season.
See, yeah. I'm choosing my battles with you guys because if I sat there and said Aaron Rodgers is going to have 40 touchdowns, I'm going to sit there and get crap for it. So I'd rather play it safe, and then I don't have these little recordings at the end of the year saying where I have all these terrible takes. So
yeah, I want to hear what's in your heart. And I mean, man, that was the most love I've shown Aaron Rodgers and the Packers in years. I just
felt
man, I think not having to force feed Devontae Adams, like Aaron Rodgers gonna find that open guy. He's gonna be fucking fine.
And that's what I've said all offseason. Aaron Rodgers is one of the best quarterbacks when he has to sit there I mean, he is obviously, but when he has to spread the ball around, he is surgical. Like, I mean, go watch the Cardinals game from last year. He was playing with literally nobodies, practice squad guys. Juwan Winfrey was sitting there, had 6 catches, 80 yards, something like that. Like, nobodies. We're sitting there.
I've been on it all off season since Devontae Adams got traded that this team is going to go through the run game. A.J. Dillon is going to play way more of a part than he has even last year. They're going to use Aaron Jones in different ways this year. They're going to get him involved more. If anybody is Aaron Rodgers' safety blanket, it's Aaron Jones. Both these running backs are going to be good for fans this year.
For me, it's those thunder thighs and A.J. Dillon. I mean, down the stretch, A.J. Dillon was the better player out of him and Aaron Jones. I think this is A.J. Dillon season. He's about to feast, but I do like them both. I do. I like Aaron Rodgers. I think Aaron Rodgers will do good at fantasy this year. I don't fucking like Aaron Rodgers. Let's get one thing straight. All right.
Can someone replay that back and record that last part?
Hold on. I'll do it. There.
I'll get Jeremy Maines on that.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
I love Aaron Rodgers. I heard that.
I know that man gets a lot of.
I never said love. Never.
I heard
he gets a lot of hate, but I mean, with those wide receivers, everyone's all focused on that, but people forget that Robert Tonyan's back, and if he's
Bobby Tonyan.
75% of what he was, he's still catching 8-9 touchdowns easily. So.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if they'll produce a single wide receiver one, but Aaron Rodgers, he's going to be a QB one. One more question on these emails. It looks like we got one more from Mr. Mikhailov. We'll wrap up unless we get a couple more. I think we want to be out here by 7:15-ish, 7:10. So we got 5 more minutes. Let's run it. Oh, no, that was the last one, Hector J. from New Jersey. So we got Richard Mikhailov, unless anybody else chimes in, closing us out. How do you guys think the wide receiver hierarchy in KC and Green Bay ends up by the end of the season? So let's start with KC, and then let's go to Green Bay.
You want to start that one, Travis, or you want me to?
So with KC, by the end of the season, I feel like you could see an Amon-Ra St. type situation where Sky Moore kind of comes into the equation a little bit more. But I'll go with him, Juju, and then MVS.
So you say Sky Moore, Juju,
Yeah, by the end of the
MVS in that
season.
order?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Juju, MVS, Sky Moore. MVS is getting the bag. He's gonna get his targets as long as he's on that field. But Juju's
playing for the bag.
That's
So
your clear wide receiver one, in my opinion.
What'd you call him?
Wide receiver one for KC.
Oh, okay. I thought you said something else. Anyway, so I'm going. I think I'm dead on with you, Colt. I am going Juju, Sky, and then MVS as well. I have not been on the Juju bandwagon since this signing happened, and I just watched this amazing rant the other day about like, hey, is this really Juju's fault that he fell off the face of the earth, or is it Noodle Arm Ben Roethlisberger who couldn't throw the ball past 5 yards, for the last couple seasons? So I'm not ready to say Juju's going to be 14, 1,600 yards again. But, man, they brought him in for a reason. They're going to give him every chance to succeed. I do like Sky Moore a lot. I think MVS becomes kind of an afterthought by the end of this season. I do think he starts off hot, though. Got a couple more. Russell Fry says, call me crazy. Hey, crazy. But being a Baltimore fan, I follow them well. Temper expectations for Dobbins week 1. Wouldn't be surprised if Drake outscores him if it's the Jets. Or it's the Jets. I think we're probably all in agreement there with J.K. Dobbins. I'm definitely tempering those expectations probably the first couple weeks of the season. Just never forget. Do you guys remember who the number 1 running back for Baltimore was at week 1 last year who just tore shit up?
Oh, yeah.
Trivia question. So true serum trivia.
Fuck. There was a guy that was in the real reality.
Tyson Williams.
Maybe.
Tyson!
The one guy in the real reality fantasy football league, he spent 100% of his fan on him after week 1.
What an idiot. It happens. I remember last year, John Mobbs, my buddy, who won our True Serum Football League. I was in it. Andrew Erickson from Fantasy Pros was in it. It's a pretty tough league. He blew his entire fab on Elijah Mitchell, and I gave him so much grief. But, man, that literally changed the complete complexion of his season. So I get it, even if I don't agree with it. 2 more here. I got 2 more minutes, so perfect. Hey, guys, can you pick – oh, this is from XN3ON1C3X. What's up, baby? Bang that bell for me on YouTube. We appreciate the YouTube watch. But, hey, guys, can you pick 2 wide receivers, 1 flex PPR? A-Rob Mooney, Sutton Waddle, Gabe Davis, Edmonds, and Pollard. Thanks. This team is nasty. This to me, without seeing everything else, this is like a potential championship winning squad if you're looking for these guys at your 2 wide receivers and flex. I really like this situation you got.
It almost like I drafted this team or something.
Yeah, no joke. I would say me, but there's too much Mooney in this one. So
I'm gonna go. Well, I don't have a lot of Mooney, but he'll be sad.
That's a Bears fan, by the way.
I'm Allen Robinson and Cortland Sutton for the wide receivers, and then I think with the flex, I probably go Gabe Davis. We kind of been Davis all night.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say A-Rob, Sutton, Gabe Davis, Lockett.
So for me, Sutton is the smash, and then I'm really struggling between Waddle, Gabe Davis, and A-Rob. I think I do give A-Rob the nod. Gabe Davis is getting the end zone this week. Got to start Gabe Davis. I agree with you guys, and I hate that. Ew, that's almost as bad as like an Aaron Rodgers. All right, we're going to end it with my boy Bryce Lunig, the MVP of our show, coming in clutch with all these questions. Last one of the night, boys. Big Booty Judy or A.J. Dillon?
A.J. Dillon. I'm smashing it still. A.J. Dillon for me.
Yeah, I'm like I said, it's an A.J. Dillon show over here, so we're going to go with A.J. Dillon.
I love me some A.J. Dillon. I've been smashing him all night. Nah, I want every starter on the Denver Broncos in the Danger Rush show. I hate Jerry Judy. I'm dialing him up in any lineup I have this week. I'm going Judy all the way.
I know you wanted that to. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Travis.
So what you're trying to say is you want to let Russ cook.
Yeah, Russ is cooking this week. If there's anything I know about Danger Russ Wilson, he's going to be probably the best quarterback for the first 4 to 6 weeks of the season. He's awesome at that. Got the whole revenge tour coming. He's got these hungry young guys all over his team who've had nothing but dog shit quarterbacks their whole career. It's the Denver Broncos season, and I am here for it.
I know you guys wanted to end it on that question, but we did forget when we were talking about KC that one guy asked about KC and Green Bay.
You know what? I will always go back for seconds when Richard McCaleb's involved. So yeah,
I couldn't remember who asked it, but
the wide receiver hierarchy. Colt Martin coming in clutch. This is exactly why we brought you on, baby. So wide receiver hierarchy for Green Bay. Travis, you go first. I'll follow up. Colt, you can close it out with your team.
I'm gonna go Lazard, Dobbs, and then I'll go Sammy Watkins.
And then you want me to go, or are you gonna go?
Yeah, that was it.
No. You finish it. So you're saying Lazard, Dobbs, Watkins, Sammy.
Yeah, Sammy Watkins.
Okay.
Sammy week 1.
Sammy
and then he
week
disappears
1.
all season, and then the last game of the season.
This is the end of the season rankings, though.
This is how it'll end up because he went to Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers will turn that dude into a fucking superstar. You fucking watch.
I disagree with Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson. I mean, nobody's
got a lot less target competition.
Who the hell was Buffalo's quarterback back in the day? Who was throwing him the ball? Like J.P. Losman or something back then? Like the one good season he had?
Probably Taylor.
Years ago.
We'll
look that up for next time.
Overall, Lazard, Dobbs, Watkins.
So, it's Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon. I'm going Dubs after that. Although, y'all don't think Christian Watson cracks this at all? Like, you don't think he makes any noise this season at all?
No, because he...
I mean, you guys are picking Sammy fucking Watkins over this guy.
Christian Watson just got back to practice. He hasn't even had time to build a repertoire with Aaron Rodgers at all, and that's going to really hurt him.
Yep.
Sammy Watkins will be Sammy Watkins, though.
Rodgers,
what I keep coming back to.
Rodgers is a quarterback that depends on, he doesn't depend on those, repetitions. He depends on trust with his receivers.
Sammy,
he's talked to Watkins all offseason. How much he loves Watkins and how reliable Watkins is.
Sammy fucking Watkins.
Right now, double hat bet, both of you fools. I guarantee no minimum games played, no injuries, no bullshit. No matter what happens, I am guaranteeing right now that Christian Watson will finish ranked above Sammy Watkins in every fucking format possible. Hey, that's my hat bet.
I'm in.
I'll take it.
Okay. Hey, I need somebody, Zach Kurtz, Mike Peinecker, somebody write that down. Anyway, that's it. It is 7:19, 1 minute till Thursday Night Football. Let's get the hell out of here. Love you guys. I'll see you all on Sunday. And as always,
stay true.